Alright, hey guys. What stood out I'll just get right into it. What stood out to me most was actually the video, the Finding Common Ground from the Engaging with Literature in the Anne Berg series. That video really stood out to me because I just thought it was a fantastic method that the teacher used. For those of you who don't remember the video, it was about a fifth grade class at Fair Oaks Elementary School, which the teacher classified as a high-risk school. She talked about how her students usually didn't really have like the support that most kids would are thought to have at home. She gave examples like some of the parents might be in jail, some might be addicts, some might just work a lot, they might not be home. Others might not even have parents, like they might be taken care of by their older siblings. So the types of kids that go to the school, they actually remind me a lot of the types of kids that go to the school I student teach at in Neptune, New Jersey. And the methods that she offered for giving those kids a voice and for making them feel like their education is individualized and reading is personalized for them, I thought they were excellent. I would love to bring this into the classroom I'm in because I'm in a fifth grade classroom right now where I see a lot of these types of students. What the teacher basically does is she lets them all pick out a book where the title speaks to them, the summary in the back speaks to them, like the little blurb in the beginning, something speaks to them. She lets them pick out the book and she urges them to really connect with it, to form a deeper connection, not only to do that text-to-text connection, but a text-to-self and a text-to-world. But all the kids could have different books. They silent read during class time. She even models how she reads the book. She models how she makes connections. She shows them how she puts like sticky notes into on passages that she thinks are important, that she either connects to, she just likes in general. And I think this is super important because she's giving them, not only is she having them give themselves a voice, but she is giving them these critical skills that they are going to need when they reach middle school and high school. They're slowly but surely learning how to annotate. That's like an introduction into annotation, whether they know it or not. She's having them make these important connections that they will have to make with literature in the higher grades. So I think what she's doing fantastic. She's also giving them an opportunity during class time to just read and connect with the literature, which is something they might not get to do at home. They might not have a quiet home life. They might have 5 other siblings running around going crazy, and they might not be able to have that silent space to read. They might have parents fighting in the bedroom next to theirs all the time. They might not be able to just sit down and engage in literature. So she's giving that to them every day. And even though she does that, she's not just sitting at her computer doing paperwork. She will conference with them individually, and she engages with them, asking them why they like reading, asking them to tell her about the book. She is so interested in the book. She asks all these questions, and she really is engaged. So she makes the kids feel like their reading experience is important, because it is. And she gives them that sense of importance and personalization within their reading. After silent reading, she also has them for like 10 minutes do like a buzz time where they kind of just talk with a partner or partners about what they like read in their books. And I thought this was really great because it has them discussing and engaged, and it has them engaged in each other's lives, which I think is really great because they might not have that support at home, but they certainly have that support in school. So other than the video, which that just stood out to me so much, but Tompkins chapter 4 also stood out to me. The part that stood out to me most is when it's going over like what you can modify in your instruction. There's content, process, and product. I really was interested in the content part because recently I taught an impromptu lesson about adding and subtracting the decimals, but like within word problems. And going over some of the problems with my class, it was clear to see that some of them were not, they didn't understand the content. Like, for example, one problem we had was you wanted to buy a book that was $8.79. You had a $10 bill and you gave it to the cashier. How much change did you get back? All of the kids set the problem up right. They did 10 minus 8.79. But a majority of them got the answer of 2.79. And it occurred to me that a lot of them didn't understand the concept of borrowing within decimals. Like, maybe they got it with whole numbers, but with decimals, it didn't click with them. Some of the other kids got it right. They got the answer. I think it was like $1.21. So I think next time, unfortunately, I don't get to be there every day, but, I let the teacher know, and if it were me, I would bring in worksheets almost, and I would have the kids who kind of struggled with the borrowing, I would kind of gather them for a small group instruction and go over borrowing within decimals and really explain it to them. And I would also have them work on a worksheet that, without the word problems, we'll work on the word problems another time, just work on the concept of borrowing within decimals, within subtraction. And then the other kids, I would just give them, word problems so they could continue working on that skill. And I think this is going on a little long, so I'm just going to, all right, bye guys.